Gamer Dude 2088, and today we're going to talk about TOT 90. This is my first time getting this high in particular rotation. I was stuck at 80 back in September for this rotation, and now we're pushing, we're getting there, we're going there. But don't forget, if this is your first time coming to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be the first to see my content, as well as drop some comments below. Let's chat, let's talk about some things. Yeah, exactly. All right, but since you're here, you trying to figure out how to get past TOT 90. All right, let's talk about what we going on, boss mechanics and all that good stuff. So, the boss, the third skill, what's that? Flawless Assault. It says attacks all enemies with an attack based on crit damage. If the enemy HP is higher than 50%, decrease their defense for 2 turns. If the enemy is affected by polymorph, increase their harmful effects by 1. Ooh, that's nasty. I guess the second skill is a polymorph. Yes. Spellcaster polymorphs an enemy, converting them into a critter for 2 turns. Then lowers their turn bar by 50% and decreases their speed for 1 turn. And then the first one is that. It's a curse, attacks an enemy and curses down for 20%. Okay. So, off rip, you don't want any of this to happen. You don't want any of this to happen, so we're gonna bring the Bassy duel, because we gotta have the Bassy duel for this fight. Well, we don't have to, but they're really good for this fight. So you're gonna bring Herman to keep the ad CC'd, and you're gonna bring George to keep the boss CC'd, and he's gonna be your major DPS for this fight. Unless you got some crazy OP units, then you can use those too. But for those that don't have those OP units, these are the free-to-play options. He does bring 2 Hermans with him, so that it can be an issue of being frozen. So you definitely want your Herman to freeze those Hermans before that Herman freezes you. It doesn't seem like this boss is really that fast, so guessing by the bars, the turn bars, I'm thinking maybe about 170 speed is probably good to be at, to be faster. If not, then shoot for the 180 mark, and I know 190 for sure, but I believe 170 should be it. Then you got to deal with this fire goblin, which can purge 2 beneficial effects from your team and lowers your turn bars by 25%. You don't want that to happen. And I got this blind and mute that's on this second skill, which is not good. So definitely, if you bring a Herman already got the advantage over him, so it shouldn't be too bad. Both of those ads are pretty slow too as well, so it shouldn't be too much for you to be able to keep them CC'd if you're bringing in the right little setup and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the fight so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and then we're gonna talk about the team and what my thought process was going into this fight afterwards. Alright, they're not completely fast. Let's go. Good.
Gamma Dude 2088.
Good thing he's not fast. I guess now I can record the video. Alright, let's talk about our units here. We got easy here because easy make things easy. And don't think just because I got this OP unit that this unit is a necessity for this kind of fight. They're relatively slow, so any turn bar booster can work. I mean, if you do have easy, that just makes things a world easier for you bringing in this unit. And the biggest thing is just making sure you can boost the turn bars and having sufficient amount of speed. Everything else extra is what it is. And I know at some point, once I get decent enough glyphs, or enough glyphs rather, once I get enough glyphs to spread around, then I'm probably going to build my Earth Fox again and start trying to do this content with my Earth Fox, so you guys can see that it's like you don't necessarily need this creature to be able to do it, because that's kind of how I want to do it. I want to be able to get target to most of you guys that don't have the most premium units to do things, even though I like doing them with the premium units as well, also just like in TOT 80. So we're gonna take a look at Hermit here. Hermit, which got a decent amount of accuracy. I still like to get more accuracy on them and get them about 6 more speed if possible. And I'll be set there like 20 more accuracy, 6 more speed, and I think Hermit will be set like all together. So standard speed, you got HP, and you got HP accuracy. I know once I get another accuracy glyph, I will be set. That I will definitely meet the accuracy requirements, and then I just need to get like better speed. I probably won't top these 2 glyphs, but maybe possibly this glyph, and then this glyph, maybe a purple one with that kind of speed if possible. This one could be swapped out. It will, if I get a better accuracy glyph with more speed, then definitely that could be swapped out. These some of my better speeds, like this stuff right here is rare to have a 10 speed, and a 10 speed on a glyph for me, those are extremely rare. So that's letting you know I'm putting Hermit on my best of best glyphs, because he's just that good of a unit, and only a 2-star. Then we're gonna go to George, the MVP of it all, that sets up the major plays, which is also on the speed. You got crit, and then accuracy, because he needs those stats. He needs the crit and he needs the accuracy. 100% crit on him, and if you can get 100% accuracy, that'll be good, or closest to it, because he's gonna probably miss every so often on either the turn bar or the poison, mostly the poison. but for the most part, he's gonna land them, especially because you got your crit where it should be, which is at 100%. With he's 102, which is not that big of a deal, which is pretty good. And then we skipped our WHS, didn't we? Because we always bring WHS. She's like probably the biggest staple in all of my team comps. I mean, you don't necessarily need her to do the job. I mean, anything that can reset cooldown. So if you have Ace, which is the Air Crusader, you can bring Ace in and he can do the job as well. As long as your team is putting out the proper CC, then you don't have to worry about like cleansing or anything like that. It's just like a bonus when you have her. And then Ace is also a turn bar booster, so you can have 2 and 1 all in the same package if necessary. Or you can still bring a booster and still have Ace, so you got 2 turn bar boosters, depending on like what's in your box and how your setup is. So you know, you kind of got to mix and match and come up with your own like little strategy, so to speak. It's like take mine as a template to be able to build yours and do more and go even further, because some of you might have premium units that I don't have that kind of fits the criteria of TOT. And it's like, all right, how do I build my team around that? Well, I know I need a CC. I know I need at least 1 passive DPS, Poison, Parasite, Curse. I know I need some supporter units that's going to keep my team going in between there. So it's like, yo, what do I have? What can I do? That kind of situation. So this is her list. She does what she does. And then the last unit, because I just started working on like new raid comp. Like because my guild is just starting to do raids again. So since I built my Earth Kappa for the raid, I figured he'd do decent for TOT as well. So I'm like, let me just try him out. And kid you not, I did not realize that the second skill has an extended harmful effect. It's like I know, but I didn't know all at the same time, which is kind of the same as like having the Fire Clops, which is a part of my TOT God team, but instead of having it every turn, it's just every so many turns. It's like I still got to get skill ups in them. I don't really have fodder or books right now because I've been skilling up things like crazy, but he definitely provides some good things, because like this will go up to 2 turns on both on the speed slow and the death break, which the units in this fight are relatively squishy, especially on the boss level. They're all squishy, so having a death break is pretty good. And then since they're not that fast, that speed slow gives you chances to get your passive DPS. And once you get enough debuffs on, you just extend the debuffs and then just keep the add CC and let the boss get his turns and just slowly die. And since you have Herman, you can put the blind on to ensure that you don't take a lot of damage at the same time. And then you have the attack break on this skill, so if he does land a hit, he's not going to do significant damage to you. That's if you bringing in the Earth Kappa to this fight, which is a great unit also to be used in TOT. So, you know, I like to test out different things and do all kind of crazy stuff. So just like anything else, CC the ads, CC passive DPS directly on the boss as much as you can. Fill out all 8 debuffs. Get as many poisons in there or curse in there or parasites as you can possible to just wipe them out. And then from there, just let him get them turns, and he'll slowly kill himself. And if you run in, let's say you had the Fire Kappa instead, or you was running the Fire Deva, or you had Tree, then you can run the Poison Bursting style, which would be faster. The fights will go a lot faster if you was running a Poison Popping team as well. So you have the one unit that can burst the poisons and then the other unit that applies them, which they probably apply and pop and all that stuff at the same time too. So that's just the basic strategy for this. This one is actually a lot easier than 80 in my opinion. 80's a bit of a 80 can be a bit of a nightmare because it definitely got to be high speed and you gotta land those debuffs. It's like the chances of missing is pretty higher on there. That's how I kind of feel, but that's pretty much it. I mean, yo, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, because we need to get this content to the top of the food chain for this MMEG so everybody can receive this. And definitely share it with your friends, share it with your guild. Let everybody know, like, yo, this gamer dude guy, he the guy, man. He the one that's giving out them TOT videos. And we're going to see if we can work a little bit more. I mean, if you guys keep, pushing me to do this more and really just like hitting that like button, leaving them comments and, sharing and just all the good stuff, I definitely try to put forth a little more effort into putting them out as fast as I can. Because these videos take a while to really work on, because how long that they are, and then they also take a while to render and do all that stuff, so they don't come out as fast as I would like them to. And then I'm always working on TOT, because I got like my second account I be playing, as well as other games that I'm playing. But you can always drop a donation. You donate, I'll put the content out faster, like bam, 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 because money talks and BS walks. But until then, though, this is the Gamer Dude signing out. See you in the next TOT video. Deuces. Oh yeah, and links to the donation is down in the description box below.